beautiful people of Ghana, it's a Nigerian Get Pleasure bringing you political news in our channel Ghanatube. Here are the 7 ministerial revoked by John Dramani Mahama. In a significant development, President John Dramani Mahama, who has pledged to govern with a reduced number of ministers, aiming to limit the government size to just 60 ministries as a means of for training better accountability, cost efficiency, and streamlined decision-making process, has reduced the number of ministers from 30 to 23. Just as we all know, he actually made mention that he was going to work with 60 ministers when he resumed power, 60 or 63 ministers when he resumed power. But since he actually resumes it, he has actually been downsizing the ministers he actually wants to work with. Here is just 23 because he has actually brought it down from 30 to 23 in the lead up to the presidential and parliamentary elections. The then presidential candidate of the opposition, National Democratic Congress, pleased to keep the leanest government in the history of the Fourth Republic and dispensation. And he has actually given the reasons for bringing minimum of ministers, saying that he actually wants to work with people he can comfortably work with, people that has accountability, transparency, and that will not really waste resources. That's why he has reduced his ministerial appointees, because he actually wants to work for the betterment of the country and not spending Ghana's money that Ghana don't even have already. The leaner government will be the cleanest government Ghana has ever experienced, coming from John Dramani Mahama, our president. That's actually giving us our promise that this will be the best government so far. It will serve Ghana so better and save higher standards for future government. What we have now can never be and should never be a yardstick, he said. In the official executive instrument dated January 9th, 2025, the President exercised the constitutional power to implement the reduction under the provision of Section 11, Subsection 3 of the Civil Service Act 1993, PNDCL 327. Some ministries have therefore been merged with others below administrators that existed under the administration of the former President Nana Akufo-Addo that have been revoked by President John Dramani Mahama. That no one is the Minister of Information has actually been revoked from John Dramani Mahama. Minister of National Security, Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs, Ministry of Railway Development, Ministry of Sanitation and Water Resources, Ministry of Public Enterprises, Ministry of Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs merged with local government. The announcement has met with vowed reactions, with some applauding the move from its potential to enhance effectiveness, efficiency, as others are waiting to see how it will unfold. Others are actually watching how this is going to work out, because in the history of Ghana, this would be the fewest and just the lowest ministerial appointment ever. And coming out to match some of these people together to revoke some people, John Dramani Mahama is actually committed to redeeming all the promises he made during the elections. People are actually watching how he's supposed to do these things and how he's not going to do it. Now, here is the executive instrument, the E11 Civil Service Ministerial Instrument 2025. In exercise of the power conferred on the President under Section 11, Subsection 3 of the Civil Service Act 1993, PNDCL 327. This instrument made on 9th day of January, the ministries of the civil service, the following ministry in the civil service are hereby established: Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Interior, Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Energy and Green Transition, the Ministry of Roads and Highway, Ministry of Transportation, Ministry of Sports and Recreation, Ministry of Attorney General and Ministry of Justice, Ministry of Finance and Natural Resources, Ministry of Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ministry of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovations, Ministry of Environment, Science and Technology, Ministry of Youth Development and Empowerment, Ministry of Wealth, Housing and Water Resources, Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts, Ministry of Labour, Jobs and Employment, Ministry of Food and Agriculture, Ministry of Fishery and Aquaculture, and Ministry of Trade and in the agribusiness industry. These are the ministries that has actually been established under the John Dramani Mahama's administration, and this is the ministry he actually wants to work with. In as much as so many people are coming to ask how these things are going to work, he knows the key points, the people he actually wants to work with, and this is what he is doing to make sure that all these things work together for him. He's not going to look at anyone's face to cause all these things. He's actually going to do whatever he feels is important and necessary for him to get what he wants and what he has for the people of Ghana. And this is actually the things he actually wants to get. He has actually abolished some of this ministry and he has merged some together to bring an official instrument, and since he has resumed office, he actually made this assumption and made this publicly on January 9, 2025, and the exercise has commenced already, and President John Dramani Mahama actually feels that this is how he feels to use his constitutional powers to implement these reviews under the provision, just that this is not how people feel it is, but this is how it works, and it is even subjected to constitutional powers. He's not doing it because he feels he wants to achieve or maybe take work from people, but some ministers, however, and therefore he has actually come out to merge with others. Now we've known the ministries and the people he actually wants to work with, and the ones he has actually merged with. The ones he has revoked, again, let me call them out, is the Ministry of Information. He has actually revoked it. The Ministry of National Security, Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs, Ministry of Railway Development, Ministry of Sanitation and Water Resources, which he feels will work better when being merged, because he actually wants to achieve and not want to waste people's money, Ghana's money. He actually wants to work how he wants to work it and safeguard Ghana's money, use the resources to do a better thing for the people of Ghana. Ghana is actually going to be a better place. As John Dramani Mahama promised, he's actually started commencing work already. Yes, the work has commenced already, and people are beginning to applaud him already. Please do comment your reserve. Do well also to like, comment, and follow. Put on notification bell so you get all our news one by one. Thanks, my people.